Huntsville International Airport to Madison City Stadium.
Copy, Huntsville Tower. JC Jets ready for target. Target locked.
James Clemens Jets, you are cleared for takeoff.
Welcome to Friday Night Flight Plan live at Champy's. It's another week. It's homecoming week. A lot of big things to talk about this week. We had the big game the other night at Lewis Cruz Stadium at Alabama and A&M against Huntsville. Then we got the homecoming week coming up against Lee. We're here with head coach Chad McGehee. We'll look at the highlights from Huntsville. We'll come back and talk about that game and some of the key players that made that game happen. Friday Night Flight Plan live at Champy's. Head coach Chad McGehee, the head coach of the James Clemens Jets, here with us. Another win. The streak is continuing, but I guess there's a lot of things that we're continuing to work on in development. But the game Friday night at Lewis Cruz Stadium, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the game against Huntsville.
Well, I mean, a win is a win any way you can get it. And, to be 1-0, we talked about on Friday nights, is always big for us, and continue to have success like we've had. Certainly some things that we've got to do better and we've got to improve on defensively. We knew we'd have our hands full with the quarterback and some of the receivers that they had. Offensively, I thought we played really well. We scored 43 points. I mean, you're doing something right. Winning's hard. You hear Dano Sweeney talk about it. Just enjoy all the wins, no matter how you win it. And so we're going to enjoy it this weekend and move on and get ready for homecoming.
Well, we talked about Cam last week, but another pick six for him. He seems like a definite defensive threat. But some of the other guys that are coming up, I know a huge run with the quarterback Gio Lopez. Tell us a little bit about your experience so far with Gio.
Well, I mean, I think he's special. He's a talented individual, a talented quarterback, and I can't say enough about him. He does it with his legs. He does it with his arm. Had a big night the other night. Had some big runs. Had some really big throws as well. So, he's just an added element that you have to account for as a defensive coach, which makes it difficult.
Kamari Pittman, a kid last year, had gotten injured last season and really couldn't showcase and play, but is really playing really well this year so far.
He's emerged, and I know he's excited to be out there after last year. I know it's frustrating for him, and he's emerged as one of our top targets, and had a couple touchdowns the other night. And he's hard to handle, and he puts a lot of stress on the defenses as well. And he played really well. I'm really excited for him this year.
When you're coaching like this, and I know that this is the time of the year where some of the kids will start seeing the rankings, or they'll see, hey, we're undefeated. How much of a coach do you try to stay away from that with the kids and just literally go that game by game by game?
Yeah, you try to focus on the week ahead, not down the road, and not what's behind you as well. You hear Coach Saban talk about the poison and trying to think you're better than what you are or where you're at. And that's what we try to stay grounded on each week, to be a 1-0 on Friday night, and really focus on that week and the effort and the execution it's going to take to win that Friday night.
So a big win. We'll continue on. We'll talk a little bit in just a bit about homecoming coming up with Lee High School. Each and every week, Friday Night Flight Plan, we feature what goes on to get ready for a home game in the school, on the field with James Clemens football. Our game day segment right now going on with Kinsey. She's going to focus on one of the main players in the game that make Friday night so special, and that's the James Clemens High School Band.
Hi, my name is Kinsey McGehee, and this is Game Day. We're talking to the people who contribute to the Game Day experience and make it special every Friday night. Today we're talking to band section leader, senior, Maddie Hensley.
My favorite memory from band is probably like going on the trips because all my friends are in band and then we get to perform and it's always really fun. My favorite part about game day is probably just like everything we do before we go to the game because I'm always with my friends and it's just really fun. I play trumpet and there's just like everyone around me just really likes doing what they do and it's all my friends, so it's just really fun. My favorite thing about band is probably going to all the competitions and getting to watch all the other bands while we're there and having fun bus rides.
Special thanks to the band for what they continue to do each week. I'm Kinsey McGuirk, and this was Game Day.
Hanging out at Champy's on Highway 20 in Madison, Friday night flight plan, hanging out with everything that is James Clemens High School, James Clemens football. The football program has a lot of moving parts. It could be the individuals that are on the field playing. It could be the coaches. It could be the film crew. It could be all different things. But one of the most important things that we want to feature about of high school football today is the Sideline student trainers.
I played football before, and I've always been close to these boys when we were younger, so that's just me. Yeah. I've done it since 7th grade, and we all kind of just started, like varsity-wise, we've all done it together and just kind of keep the tradition going. It's a big happy family. Yeah, like once family starts something, we have to finish it together.
Each home game, we feature a very special individual. It's our future Guardian of the Week. Guardian Real Estate Group, Jerry Burrell, a great guy, a military veteran that has helped sponsor James Clemens football. Something else that he does pretty cool that I think is awesome is he basically, anybody that buys a mortgage or buys a home or sells a home through him, if you mention the word Jets, he will donate a portion of his commission to go to a scholarship that will go to a James Clemens High School football senior and also a junior ROTC member. So very cool on that. Thank you, Jerry, for supporting James Clemens football. But this week's future guardian of the game is Cadet Captain Rami El Samadisi. I got to say that name right. That's a mouthful, but does great work at James Clemens High School. It's our future guardian of the game.
What made me join ROTC is it started off as my dad just adding me into it, and right when I joined, I didn't like it at first, all the yelling, a lot of shaving, haircuts, but once I started doing it more, I found it as a second family. What I enjoy the most about JROTC is the competition and events that we can go to. JROTC has benefited me in my public speaking, my physical fitness, just being a better person in general, being a better citizen.
Back at Champy's on Highway 20 for our Friday night flight plan, head coach Chad McGehee. Coming up this week, it's a non-region game, so you get a situation where you're playing a team that, there is something at stake. You want to still keep winning, but it's one of those, the pressure's a little bit off of not having to play a region game. What can we expect with homecoming night against Lee?
Well, I mean, we expect to go out and execute at a high level, and certainly some things that we've got to clean up. And we played some guys that hadn't played Friday night. We want to continue to see them grow into their roles, whether it be by having to place a guy for an injury, or it's time for some 10th graders to emerge to where they're playing on the field. So we want to play some of those guys, but we want to execute really well, and homecoming's always special for the community and the alumni to come back to. So we certainly want to we want to do the things that we need to do to be successful for our community, for our alumni.
I think it's important now. You're trying to gain some more momentum as you try to wrap up this region and push it into the playoffs. I think the good thing is you got Lee this one, but then you got another home game coming back to back, so you can kind of get that little home rally that we may need to kind of give us an extra push.
Yeah, we've got a big push coming ahead. We're halfway through the season, and the second half of the season is going to kind of tell where we're at.
It's gone by incredibly fast, almost too fast for me. Well, good luck against Lee coming up this Friday night, and congratulations on the continued success. But I know you want more, so we'll go for that.
All right, thank you.
We'd also like to have a special thanks to the Jet Press and Mr. Clay Combs, producers Kinsley Hunter and Abby Wimberly, the crew Connor Douglas, McKenna Barnett, Zach Williams, Libby Harwell, Eamon Corelli, Carson Erskine, and Kinsey McGuirk. Until next time, go Jets!